Today we'll talk about the game Knights and Merchants: The Shattered Kingdom, a real-time strategy developed by Germany Entertainment and published in 1999. The game, which has found its fans in all Europe, which is played to this day and that still brings a lot of good memories of times when the strategies were one of the most famous genre in the game industry. Development on the game was started in early 1997, very soon after Germany Entertainment had been formed. It's believed that the game had no real title at this point, just an eternal name that was used in Germania. During the early days, Germany Entertainment had no contract with any publisher, which meant that all funding for the development had to be taken from the developers' own pockets. This naturally meant that great sacrifices had to be made in the personal lives of Peter Ullman and Adam Sprisse to have enough money to go on despite not receiving a regular pay when working on the game. Peter Ullman and Adam Sprisse were both formerly working at Blue Byte Software, and they both took great influence from the previous title they had worked on over there, The Settlers 2. When the game started getting closer to completion, Germany Entertainment felt confident enough to start showing the game in order to find a publisher. After talks with some different publishers, Toei Interactive offered the best deal. So a contract was made. Toei Interactive was set to publish a game titled Knights and Merchants during fall 1998, and they would provide the necessary funding for the game development. About 1.5 years after development had been started on the game, a big day for the development team arrived, namely the release of the first public demo version. The decision had been made to let the public get a first taste on the game mechanics on June 2nd, 1998. When this day finally arrived, an announcement was made and the first version of the game was released in English only. This version was called 0.73, which indicated that the demo was still quite far from what the final product would end up being. Hardly a week had passed and a new demo version was released on June 11, 1998, this time both in German and English. In early August, the German version of the game went gold, and somewhat later the game made its debut in Germany. During this time, the game was also being translated into numerous different languages to make it more attractive to people who didn't speak English or German. This was easily possible thanks to the game storing its text in a simple format. Other languages the game was being translated to included Italian, Spanish, French, Hungarian, Dutch and Polish. And finally, on 19th of November, the game was released in many European countries. Let me speak on the lead events of that untold tale. The main game actions take place in the heart of medieval Europe. The story unfolds in the unknown kingdom, which is divided into several separate principalities. For many years, the life of the kingdom proceeded as well as possible, but suddenly Prince Lothar, inheritor, furiously hungry for the throne, decided not to wait for damned ages, but to rapidly displace King Charles and bravely ascend the conquered throne. With the support of popularity, greedy governors, he starts a real civil war. And so the king and his loyal subjects are besieged in their own castle by the powers of Lothar, and you, as a headmaster of castle guards, should save the whole kingdom. You should protect the king and crush the rebellion with all your mastery and skills. Incidentally, you perceive Knights and Merchants as an old good friend. As in the Settlers game series, you create a complex chain of different resources, from ordinary farms to mills and bakeries, from woodcutters' buildings to armed soldiers, from stone mansions building to defensive towers. During these missions, you move from the south to the northern parts of Shattered Kingdom. Different types of buildings and units will help you during your wandering across the conquered lands. 25 types of buildings, 9 types of royal guardsmen, and 14 helpful craftsmen allocated among a huge number of citizens. After worldwide astonishing success, Knights and Merchants needed an add-on, and on the December 20th, 1998, the studio decided to continue the further development of Knights and Merchants game series with the name The Peasants' Rebellion. The game series was supplemented with 3 new types of buildings: Fisherman's, Siege Workshop, Town Hall. There were also added some new units, which were available for recruiting in Town Hall, of course for gold. One of the most major in-game innovations was so-called acceleration of time ability. The whole process of mission progress has become more comfortable. You can just scroll some useless minutes. In addition to that, after the release of the original Knights and Merchants and its add-on, some eager fans of the game began to instantly disseminate unverified information about the development of the second part of their favorite game, but somehow, unfortunately, the development of the new series was cancelled by developers and the whole gaming project was abolished. Only some screenshots of the game prototype and short-time demo version of the game could survive until today. But praise the Lord! On the July 28, 2009, fans joyfully welcomed Knights and Merchants Remake, a revival of the original game, which now is compatible with modern computers, with corrected soft in-game errors and satisfaction of fans' desire in supporting HD. Due to the release of Remake, the Knights and Merchants series could show their full potential, and now that brilliant game continues its main aim, to entertain gaming society of new era.